Okay, one more thing on the Neal front. The Giants this week signed Justin Pugh, former Giants first round pick, to the practice squad. And who knows how fast this could turn around for them, considering their situation with the injuries right now. It's insane. I don't think Shane Lemieux is going to play in this game. I don't think John Michael Schmitz is going to play this game. We know Andrew Thomas is not going to play in this game. That's wild to me. I don't know what the heck the Giants are going to do at left guard right now. I guess it's Glowinski for now, probably. I shouldn't say that. It probably definitely is Glowinski. But Justin Pugh came into the Giants locker room and already had an interview with the media. And I think you did a great job of highlighting, Nick, how in about 3.5 minutes, as you said, that's your quote, he showed more leadership on this offensive line. I think this part I might be editorializing, but he showed more leadership on his offensive line than like anyone has so far. And that's not a knock on Andrew Thomas. But let's play the clip of what Justin Pugh said about Evan Neal, because I think he really hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I've been in the same boat as Evan. I've been a first-round pick. I've been out there playing right tackle, and I had my struggles early on in my career. He definitely didn't mean to come off the fan base like that, but when you're getting barrage with the social media and how all those things go nowadays, it's tough on a guy. It's tough on a guy mentally, and Evan knows that he made a mistake and said something he shouldn't have said. But I've been in that boat. I've wanted to say those things, but I also realize the ecosystem that we play. Like, we need the fans, we need the support, and that's something I urge the fans to do, is just keep supporting us. We're going to continue to work hard. I think at the end of the day, we all realize if we don't do our job, we won't be here. I know that personally. If I don't do my job and go prove it, I won't be here. And we're going to go out there and fight for the fans, and we got to continue to do it and give them something to cheer about, because we realize without them, this thing doesn't go.
The Giants desperately need this type of individual on this offensive line. Right now, Andrew Thomas is the leader of the offensive line. He's not on the football field. He's a more reserved individual.
Yes.
Mark Lewinsky's a veteran. You expect him to be the leader, the veteran savvy guy. Doesn't seem like the Giants are all that eager to put Mark Lewinsky on the football field. You may argue, rightfully so, he's not that good. He's better than Shane Lemieux, in my honest opinion. Yes. I think I would rather have Mark Lewinsky out there than
I don't even know if that's an opinion at this point.
Yes, very good point. Very good point. But having that type of presence, like you heard him, he's very articulate. He's been here for 3.5 minutes, and he's sitting here sticking up for Evan Neal, providing reasons as to why he may have made that lapse in judgment while also not sticking up for him and being arrogant.
Right.
That's a true leader right there. And that's not something I ever questioned about Justin Pugh. When the Giants drafted him out of Syracuse in the first round of the 2013 draft, it was one of those things where you're like, this is a good kid who's coming into this locker room. And once Ereck Flowers was drafted and Pugh was still with the Giants, he tried doing a similar thing with Ereck Flowers. And this is one other thing we should address, Dan. I've seen a lot of comparisons. Evan Neal is just Ereck Flowers. I still don't believe that, even after these arrogant comments from Evan Neal. Evan Neal at least is liked in the locker room. It did not seem like Ereck Flowers had any friends in that locker room other than Bobby Hart. From a developmental standpoint, Evan Neal has more upside, and there's still more there. There's still more meat on the bone to get excited about. Whereas Ereck Flowers was terrible and had to go inside. I'm hoping Evan Neal, that's not his destination. It might be ultimately. But back to Justin Pugh, the Giants need that leadership. I don't know what he's going to offer coming off of an injury, being 34 years old or however old he is. I'm not certain. But how can you hate it? How can you hate that ad at this point with the state of the Giants offensive line?
Yeah, I think he already, immediately would almost be better than Lemieux and Glowinski. Not that they're going to play him this week. I don't think he's probably physically ready yet, though who knows from that standpoint? It's hard to tell.
I don't think so, but yeah, that'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'd be shocked. It'd be interesting. I would guess more likely next week if the injury situation remains as it is with John Michael Schmitz. And I'll say this, the Giants are in a really bad spot on the offensive line. The fact that John Michael Schmitz isn't even close to playing means he's probably not playing next week, if I had to guess. That's how these things go. They need some, I need some form of optimism from a practice standpoint, a limited at least. No limited, just done. And then the same goes for Shane Lemieux, though obviously that, in my mind, you could get a street free agent and he would play better not knowing even the system than Shane Lemieux. It's sad to say. Don't want to drag the guy. He's a nice human. I'm sure he works hard, but he's not good at his job. That's the simple fact. He's not an NFL caliber offensive lineman. And there's tape after tape after tape after tape to prove it. Gettleman thought he would be. Gettleman was wrong again. I just wanted to throw that one in there for fun. But anyway, Nick, I agree with you on the comments Justin Pugh made. I also like the comments Saquon Barkley made. He's always been a big leader for this team. And he basically said this, and said a lot. But the thing I like the most about what Barkley said was, listen, Evan knows this. Evan knows this, but listen, The fans were here before we got here, and the fans are going to be here after we're gone. And that's the best way to kind of go about it. Like, not only do they pay your salaries, but they are the ones who are here forever. Calling them fair weather is not really applicable because they're the ones who are going to be doing this forever and ever and ever. And there haven't been a lot to cheer about lately. Like, I don't personally, as I said on the tweet of the game, Nick, I was happy that the Giants got booed at halftime. I was happy. I stand by that statement because
100%.
when you have a 2-minute drill like the one they had, where they ran the ball on third down, and I know it was Jones didn't get the right call, but even before that, where they almost threw a pick six, where Jones got baited into almost throwing a pick six there, it's effing pathetic. Okay, that's what it is, and they deserve to be booed for that. So I don't think that matters. I'm not an anti-boo kind of guy, and I think Barkley's kind of right about that as well. So we'll move on past that, Nick.